Howdy folks, it's Turtle here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we are looking at the JetStar again by Big Radials because it's complete enough that it's no longer early access version 1.0.0 today, although as you watch this there's already supposed to be a hot fix for something, so 1.0.1, although the thing they're going to hot fix is working for me in 1.0.0, so I'm kind of confused, but whatever, doesn't matter. Either way, by the time you watch this you'll get the done deal. And there's documentation on their website too. 80-page manual on this. Yes, I read all 80 pages in preparation for this video. So out of early access, and it's quite lovely, quite wonderful. Those of you who have not been watching my other videos on this thing during its early access days, this is the very first business jet ever created in real life, ever. And that's one reason why I love it, because not only do I love business jets, but it's all analog inside for the most part. And that's how I like to do my planes. So even though I'm a GA guy and a VFR guy, I do have a guilty pleasure for small business jets. I've been flying the Cessna Citation Longitude a lot before this. Not very small, but I can see the gauges in that. I can't see the gauges in the regular Citation. I can definitely see the gauges in this. So here we go. Let's see, what do we need to do before we do a flight? We are in Duluth, Minnesota. We're going to take a quick flight down to Minneapolis. It's about a 20-minute flight or so. So it'll be longer for us to get in the air than the flight itself, and that's okay. Real good weather. It really is snowing in Duluth, apparently. It's bright and sunny down here in Minneapolis, so we'll see where this storm ends in the sim, because where I sit in Minneapolis right now, it is sunny. I just set the time for, like, I don't know, early evening-ish. The sun... This is south, but because we're so far north, it goes from the east to the west in the southern sky. So this is an evening sun is what you're looking at. Hopefully we get there by dark. Alrighty. Hop inside, and first thing we need to do is close this. Now, I did go through their checklist, their full checklist, and I took stuff out of it and created my own checklist that I have on my other monitor, just because I don't need to do all the things. Oh, whoops, I gotta turn my volume. There we go. I was doing a test earlier while watching YouTube videos, so I have my master volume off. Alrighty, everything's supposed to be. Bathroom doors closed. You can open that, by the way. And there's a toilet in there. You can pull out some trays if you like. And you probably don't want to be sitting on the toilet during takeoff, however. But you could, I guess. Wash your hands. We're invisible, can't see ourselves in the mirror. Can't open the toilet either. I wish you could. Let's see what's available. Alrighty. So I took their checklist and made my own out of it. So for example, the first like 4 pages of the checklist are things that you would do in real life that are already set for you in the sim, like making sure everything is off before you start stuff up. We don't need to do that every time. It would take forever. But it's in the checklist. It's also in the in-sim checklist. This is supposed to duplicate their checklist that you can get in their documentation. The 5, these are like the panels. They give you, whoops, my desk is in my, or my keyboard's in the way. They give you an overview in the documentation, like this, and like this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like different sections of the cockpit, and that's what those numbers refer to. So when it says 5, you mean section 5, which is like this area kind of, or something. Then you know where to look. That's what those numbers are, but we're not going to use them because we're using my own checklist on my own computer. Alrighty, so here we go. Stairs up, doors are closed, cups and glasses are put away. We're going to now do our fuel bleed, make sure it's open, so you just put that open. Fuel and passengers, I don't know what it looks like, I haven't done this yet. What's fuel and passengers look like in here? Oh yeah, so you got all the tanks and all the people. We're going to keep it empty. It's going to be a ferry flight today, just to get this on Minneapolis. Weather and barometer we can't do yet because we don't have radios yet until I turn stuff on, so I'm going to have to move that somewhere else on my checklist. I can't check weather yet. Don't have any radios yet. Mixture up on yoke, which is only a me problem. Battery start. Let's see, where is it? Right here. Can't see, it's dark. Battery to start already was. Okay, battery on. There we go. DC to battery. There we go. Windshield inverter off. This should, because there's inversion, we want that off. That sends heat to the window, so it'll come out ice. Main inverter transfer. There we go. Second inverter on. bus select ESS, which is all the way around on this one. Fuel bleed, verify it's open. Fuel air bleed, that's this one which already opened. And air start to normal, which is down there. We go. Beacon on because we're going to start stuff up. And select engine 3. There we go. We don't have radios yet, do we? Oh, we do now. Oh, well, now we can get our ATIS. Let's do that.
Duluth Airport information, Golf 2000 Zulu. Wind tree 51 at 11. Visibility 2. Sky condition, ceiling 2,100 feet overcast. Temperature -16. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.44. ILS runway 27 in use. Landing and departing runway 27. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact UF Golf.
Alright, we have golf, and we will get IFR clearance.
Duluth ground turtle soup, Tango 41 IFR to Minneapolis, ready to copy.
Turtle soup Tango 41 is cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 27 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure frequency is 13.55 squawk 1357.
Turtle soup, Tango 41, cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 27 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure on 134.55, squawk 1357.
Turtle soup Tango 41 read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9. Good day.
Alright, we'll request taxi in a minute. Set the engine select to 3. Okay, so the thing I was missing before, remember my previous video, I couldn't get radios or anything to work, is because there's this thing missing in the checklist to do the bus select, which those of us, including me, should have figured that out without instructions, but for some reason I spaced it. But there you go, so ESS for essential right now, and then we'll go back to main in a little bit. So here we go, what were we doing? Blah, 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 blah. Select engine 3, which I did. Then you come down here. Whoops, I changed my cameras. And you turn on 3 like this. Then you come up here and you hit start. And then you come down here and you make sure this is spinning up. And once it starts spinning up, you can repeat for all the engines. So we're going to kind of accelerate this a little bit. So let's go up here. Let's do engine 4. Come back down. Turn on the boost pump for 4 and then hit start. And we'll give that a minute to do its thing, and it's going, so let's do 2 next. Come down here, turn on 2, come up here, hit start. And normally you wouldn't go this fast, but I'm kind of in a hurry in real life time that I didn't realize I started recording. And then engine 1, come down here, boost pump for 1, and then start that as well. My first test flight, the starter engage went out, which is great. My second test flight, the starter engage did not go out, so it was on the whole time. Not sure why, but we're gonna just not worry about it. All right, so we're gonna let those things do its thing, and we'll wait for that to speed up, and then we'll or not speed up, get up to 40, and I'll turn the starter thing off, turn something off. The selector to off, and then we'll keep going. So there we go, it's about 40. Come up here, let's spin that to off, and we're going to turn all the generators. Actually, we're going to go here, make sure everything is right. Everything is in the 30s. There we go. We're going to turn on the generators just like that, and we are up and running. There you go, simple as that. So the big thing, like I said, that was wrong about the previous version is the checklist missed a few things. So everything was working if you knew what to do, but the checklist was missing things. Alright, going to continue startup with turning on anti-skid, and then we're going to turn number 1 inverter to on, which is down there. Turn that one off, I guess. That's what it says to do, so we do it. And then this goes to 115 volts, which is straight up like that. And then we close the bleed line like that. And then, what's next? Make sure all the lights are off, and inverter is out unless you turn this one on. If you turn that on, that light goes out, but it says in the checklist to turn it off. But then it also says to make sure all the lights are out. And the starter engage sometimes goes out, sometimes it stays on. So that's kind of confusing. That it says make sure all lights are out, but then it says make sure the inverter is off, which makes that light go on. So don't understand, but the plane still flies. This turns on now, see, because 115 volts we're giving it. So there you go. And we'll have our GPS in there. Alrighty, so let's see here. Make sure the caution lights are out. We just had that conversation. The auxiliary hydraulics on for now. This is so you can do stuff in case things break. It'll still work. And make sure the pressure is 2000. That's right here. It's 2100, so that is good. Wing inspection light on so you can see if there's ice on the wings, because we will need icing today. Nav lights on. Now it says that depends on who you work for. Weather and barometer. We already did the weather and barometer because we already asked for clearance too. So let me rearrange some things in my checklist here, because you normally want to do all your stuff before you start your engine. So let me find where I'm going to put this in my checklist. I got to change something to be right back. Alright, update my checklist. Not that I have anything to do for you. I'm just going to do my weather and IFR clearance sooner. Alrighty, so now we're ready to taxi, but are we? Let me talk about the flight plan. I do need to talk about the flight plan. Put that in my list. Flight plan. Discuss. Whoops, if I can spell discuss right. Okay, so this is where we'll discuss the flight plan. Okay, so the flight plan is just head south to Minneapolis. Not that complicated. Actually, this is better. You can zoom out a little bit. Just the Garmin thing. There you go. We're just going to follow the lines because it's going to send us out. Can I move this? Oh, I can. It's going to send us out to the southeast and back in the 30 left based on the current weather. And how do I get back on the plane in this thing? So it follows the plane, whatever, doesn't matter. Now, here's the big caveat. Oh, by the way, you can switch your GPS type down here. It's embedded. The big problem is I can't get autopilot to work. And it's a me problem, I'm sure, because the developer said it's fine for them. I just don't know how to use it. It doesn't. I do have the Logitech multi-panel on my desk where they use for autopilot normally in all aircraft. In this aircraft, it's not working to use my multi-panel Logitech thing. I don't know why. Maybe because I haven't rebooted my computer in a while, because the drivers do get stuck. So we're not going to talk about the Logitech multi-panel. Maybe it'll work in the future in this aircraft. I don't know. But here's your autopilot here. It's the AFCS, Auto Flight Control System. You turn it on and you're supposed to adjust your pitch and follow the heading bug and hold an altitude. I cannot get it to hold an altitude no matter what I do. I cannot get it to follow the heading bug no matter what I do. And I can't get it to control my pitch. So I should just be able to go heading, or turn it on and hit heading select, boom, and it'll follow my heading bug. And hit altitude, boom, and it'll hold the altitude. It doesn't do anything. It goes around, does whatever it wants. So we're not going to use this today, which is going to be kind of exhausting because I'm going to have to hold altitude and I'm going to get yelled at. We're going to have to follow a purple line. But hopefully in the next video I make, I'll either use this autopilot system or I'll use my own. And someday we will learn SIVA. Just not today. Let's turn our transponder on, by the way. Isn't that? Oh yeah, that's next on my checklist. So there you go. So the flight plan. We're just going to follow the purple line. And we all know how to use this thing. We've all seen this before. Alrighty, let's see here. Lights are on. Cool, I can see stuff. Here we go. Taxi. Where's my anti-ice in my checklist? End of runway, takeoff. Oh, during takeoff? I'm going to do I'm going to move all this stuff. What the heck? Wait a second. No, hang on. Okay, I'm going to move that to the end of the runway. Okay, there's some other stuff I want to do in different order. I'm changing things from their checklist order a little bit just for how I use this in. In real life, your checklist will be different too based on the company you're flying for. Alright, so here we go. Begin taxi. Auto landing lights on, which is you turn that on. And no smoking. Your seatbelt can come on now. And transponder on, I just did. Hydraulic system standby 2 needs to come on until we get our flaps, so we can turn it off. So we do flaps down to 2 clicks, and once we see this turn yellow, and that goes to takeoff, we can turn off our auxiliary hydraulics. That's how that works. We begin taxi. So let's request taxi. Here we go.
Duluth ground turtle soup, Tango Tango, Tango 41 with golf ready to taxi IFR.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 27 via taxiway Delta Bravo cross runway Tree Bravo. Contact tower on 118 decimal tree when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 27 via taxiway, Delta Bravo cross runway Tree Bravo Turtle Soup, Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, we're gonna follow that other line. We're gonna follow the southern path. Okay. Taxi, parking brake off, and throttle gently forward. Nope, let's be aggressively forward. There we go. Now gentle. And is that dude gonna make it, or is this his last day? Oh, look at that. Fantastic. Want to see the landing lights? There you go. Oh, landing lights, never mind. Landing lights come out later. And you can actually make them go 1 or 2 per side. If you flip them forward, like the checklist says, you get 1 per side. If you pull it back, like the checklist doesn't say to do, you get both. That's kind of cool. But anyway, we're just going to take off. Duluth, Minnesota. I have lots of stories because I lived there for a number of years. I love visiting there, but I don't like living in Duluth anymore. You can look it up. It's the largest freshwater port in the world, right on Lake Superior, westernmost tip of Lake Superior, on a huge hill. I don't live there anymore, but there's skyscrapers at lake level, and the hills around it are taller than the skyscrapers. It's really freaking cool. And yes, I did have to go on these hills in a car with a stick, with rear-wheel drive, with no traction control, back in the day on cobblestone. And we didn't have switchbacks. Everything went straight up and down the hill, steepest roads around. Super fun. Anyway, and it looks like this will be cloudy on top, and then you go down the lake and it's sunny, or vice versa. We're just going to book along here. I guess we can look at the airport. People do want me to show airports more. There's the sun and the snowy clouds. Oh, this is where Cirrus headquarters are. I think they're still here. Cirrus headquarters, in fact, that's where we were parked, in front of their headquarters. I totally forgot to say anything, if they're still there. That's kind of cool. Otherwise, look at that wind. Whew. Alrighty, so, yeah, this is going to be exhausting to fly without autopilot, to keep at a certain altitude and everything. We'll do our best. ATC is going to yell at us most of the time. But I just want to get something out for you guys today, because this is no longer early access, and it's very exciting. Very exciting. So, here we go. I think I can share that there were 147 of us testing out the early access product. So that's pretty cool. Can I request takeoff? Yes, I can.
Duluth Tower Turtle Soup, Tango Tango, Tango 41, at runway 27, ready for departure IFR to Minneapolis.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 altimeter 30 decimal for 4 wind tree 51 at 11. Cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 Turtle Soup, Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, we have a few things to do here before we actually take off. I already turned on the landing lights. Like I said, there are the lower lights there, but if you pull those switches the other way, these switches right here, then you get 2 of them on each side. So we got 2 on one side, 1 on the other. See? Alright, let's get back in the center here and stop messing around. Put that back where it belonged if I can find its click spot. Okay. Let's stop this here. And then set that parking brake. And why can't I find the click spot for this? This happened to me earlier in my test. I couldn't get the click spots to put it back the right way. So now we're stuck. So let's just do 4 on both sides. There we go. Alrighty, landing lights on. Stall horn warning 2. I don't know why it says to do this, but it's a heater. I guess you don't want the stall horn to fail on you, so we'll turn on stall warning 2 for the heater. Verify flaps. We can do that down here. We can do that up here. Note the time on the clock. I don't know where's the clock. It goes over here somewhere. So what is that, 10:15? That doesn't make any sense. Because 10:15 a.m. the sun would be on the other side. 10:15 p.m. it would be dark. I don't know. Well, don't know why it says that time. Doesn't make any sense to me. Let's see here. Anti-ice on. Oh yeah, so that's down here. We have anti-ice here. Boom and boom. And we also have whoops, not you. We have anti-ice here. Let's do heavy icing just because Come on, heavy icing. There we go. And then it just cycles through and does its thing. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty straightforward. I think that's all it is, right? Yeah, just icing. There's just one icing switch. That's it. Easy, don't push. Nope. Okay, cool. All right, and then you go over to this side and you do oxygen. Those two. This one is already where you want it. And there you go. It says here, VR, so rotate, it says 115 knots, which is right here. But you will get the stall horn until about 140 or something. And then in the Discord, somebody was saying that's actually the gear horn? But I don't understand that, because the gear will be down and we'll still get horns. It's kind of a horny airplane, so not sure what's going on. Alrighty, we're going to take off here, get into the sky, go for 10,000 feet. And wish I had autopilot for this, but I'll figure that out later. I'll have to climb behind my desk and unplug my multi-panel and see if that's a problem. So here's 115, and I can, now it's gonna work. No, see, it doesn't work. See, there's 120. Ooh, yeah, see, 115 doesn't work. So now I'm gonna level off. See, we're still getting stall horn. See, gear up. Yes, that was a rough takeoff. I just wanted to show you what happens at 115. There we go. Okay. So now you see, we're still getting stall here at 160, unless that's something else. I mean, it could be a gear horn, but why would I get a gear horn when I have full throttle, right? Normally you get a gear horn when you bring back to idle, so not sure. Anyway, we do need to make a sharp turn. Yes.
Contact Minneapolis-St on 13.55. Good day.
Going to 1.4.55 Turtle Soup, Tango Tango, Tango 41. Minneapolis-St Turtle Soup, Tango Tango, Tango 41 is passing 3,500 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Minneapolis-St altimeter 30.44 radar contact continue. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 contact Minneapolis-St on 121.05. Good day.
Going to 121.05 Turtle Soup, Tango Tango, Tango 41.
We have exceeded the speed limit. Sorry about that. Oh, why is our VSI going nuts?
Minneapolis-St Turtle Soup, Tango 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 41 is at 4,100 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Minneapolis-St altimeter 30.44 radar contact continue.
Alright, do we have anything to do? Nope. I just need to slowly adjust my trim. Wow, I do 3 spins on the trim wheel and it really goes bonkers. I should be using my throttles to control my speed. Oh, we were at the perfect speed because speed limit is 250 and we were there, and then I tapped my throttle a little bit. Oh, look at us. We're going down into the ground. There we go. See, we should fly this whole thing just like this. Just like this until we arrive, but that's no fun. I'm trying to turn a little bit to get back towards our line because we're drifting and we are way above the speed limit. I'm not worried about that right now. This is our cruise speed, 320 to 340, but not at 7,000 feet. Okay, why are you not climbing? Come on. There we go. Just trim back a little bit. So gentle. Check out your attitude indicator. Anyway, I love flying like this, but it doesn't make a good video, so let's look out the window. Oh, look at that. Perfect time to look out the window. But I still have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Sorry. Let's bring back throttles because we're go a little fast. Oh, wow. Look at this. And there's your early evening sun. Just like that. What do we got? Speed. We're speeding, but at 10,000 feet it won't matter, so let's just keep it.
Tango Tango 41 climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet Turtle Soup, Tango 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 41.
Alright, let's goose those engines here. And it should be okay, when you give more engine, you should be climbing, not going down, because you control your pitch with your engines. Not on this one, apparently. Because more throttle made us just go down faster. So let's see what's going on here. Again, if this were another jet like the Citation or any other jet, I would have had autopilot right on the runway, You lift up, boom, hit autopilot, but not in this one until I figure it out. Alright, this is our cruise speed, but we're a little low to be going this fast. That's okay. Holy moly. This thing has a mind of its own here. Looks beautiful. Look at that. It's just a big storm that we're just on the edge of it. Whoops, where is our drone? Look at that. Oh, come on, drone camera, work for me here. There we go. Get a nice selfie. Look at that storm. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. It's just this clear line. It reminds me of this dystopian book that I read that I can't tell you about because there's currently a TV series about it. Alrighty. Oh, no, let's not slow down. We'll stay firewalled here because we're going to what? 14,000? So that's 10,600. Keep the trim back so we climb a little bit more. And I swear this thing is easier to control the higher you are. Which I don't know if that's normal, but it is. And I don't... Oh, see, now the clock says it's almost noon. It just went up like a couple hours, so I don't know. Is that a clock? Thought it was. Something's weird about it, though. We just lost 2 hours. Otherwise, we're holding steady here without autopilot. Pretty impressive. Inverter... Oh, now the starter thing went out. Cool. So what if I turn the inverter on? It gets rid of my things. Is that going to screw anything up? Everything's still working. Are all the radios still working? Yeah, everything's still working, so... I don't know. Well, we're starting to drift here. I don't know. We will, keep it on, I guess, so that it doesn't... Hang on. So it doesn't... give us that light. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. You're at 13,000 feet almost. I just gotta keep an eye on what I'm doing. We're about to lose your airplane because for some reason it didn't go back to locking onto the airplane. Why not? Oh, there we go. Now it did. Okay. Okay, there's 13.2. They want us to cruise at 14, at least for now. And I'm keeping my attitude level. And we'll turn a little bit once we intersect. And there we go. So far, so good. Oh, and there's the snow line where apparently the weather says, no, the snow stops right there. And now there's no more snow, which is super cool to see in real life. It's kind of a straight line in real life most of the time. I was flying south for some reason, and there's literally a straight line as far as I could see, where it was snow here, no snow there. Just this straight line. Is really weird, but it's really freaking cool. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going here. Told you it's a 20-minute flight in the air, but it takes longer to like get stuff ready. And isn't there like a timer or something on here we could use, like system? I thought there was a timer. Maybe not. Not all options are available. Utilities. Oh, flight time. It's out. Okay, so half the stuff I'm used to using doesn't exist. Oh, we're at 15,000 feet. We're going to get yelled at here. Let's bring our throttles.
Tango 41, you are 1,100 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 14,000 feet altimeter 30.55.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet turtle soup, Tango 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 41.
Pretty funny that they said they're going to yell at us right before they yelled at us. So it should not have been difficult to maintain 14,000 on this. I was too busy looking around and forgot I wasn't using autopilot apparently. And turned a little bit too much here. Yep, no, let's not go down 5,000 feet per minute. Oh boy, now we're going to get yelled at for being the other way. Oh, that was not cool. I brought back throttles way too much. And I overcompensated. Oops. Let's fix that. Let's not go up 10,000 feet per minute either. Let's just go up like 1,000. There we go. 800, 900, 1,000. Boom. Let's just stay like that. Nope. Nope. There we go. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like an exam in an airplane I'm not used to. So I'm trying to dial. See, now we're dialed in to go too much. There we go. There we go. I do want to keep our speed up, but I'm going to have to do that with trim. There we go. Boom. Okay. No. No, no, no. Level off, please. I guess you guys are just going to watch me chase needles, huh? No. Come on. Come on. Nice and gentle. 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 There we go. That's good. That's good. Now I just have to hold it here while I look around. Look at that. But can I keep it there while I do all this looking around? I don't think I can. I also have to look at my thing. Let's look at my video. Yeah, look at us. We're kind of off. Kind of off kilter here. Nope, let's not climb. That's weird. Normally when you're in a turn, it wants to sink, so you pull back. But in this case, it climbed. That was weird. How far until our next... until we get there? 52 nautical miles to the next waypoint. Oh, we're going to overspeed. I don't want to know what happens when we overspeed. Alright, perfect altitude, perfect cruise. Well, it was perfect altitude until I said something. But maintaining this in an unfamiliar airplane at cruise with rearward weather, I must say I'm not doing too shabby, huh? Whoop, we're getting a little bit fast here, so let's bring back throttle a little bit. And we're getting close to where we'll make some changes here. I just want to dial this in so I can look out the window. But it doesn't really work that way, does it? Oh man, I wanted to point out some things, but it's kind of hard to point some things out when I'm flying IFR. Whoops, they're going to yell at us.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41. You are 500 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 14,000 feet altimeter 30.52.
Alright, so I totally missed a whole important thing of the takeoff checklist because it was on my next page of my own checklist, and normally I don't have sections of checklist cross pages, and so I missed a whole bunch of cool stuff here, which I'll talk about in a second, that aren't going to apply now. I just have to do all this fancy stuff here while I try to fly.
Tango 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 41. Minneapolis Center Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 13,800 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Minneapolis Center altimeter 30.54 radar contact continue.
Alright, so what I was supposed to do once we get up in the air is I'm supposed to turn that off, which I can't get to from here, but you turn that off. And then you open up all, you open up all of these guys. Like that. And then you turn the extra pumps on in the middle. Like that. That's what it says to do, which I didn't do because it's on my next page. I'm going to have to readjust my checklist so it all fits on one page. I don't miss it. Then, of course, turn landing lights off, which I never do. Whoop, see, now we're going too high again here. I had this dialed in for most of this flight, too, and now that I'm talking, I'm kind of losing it, but you get the idea. It's not easy to do. So you turn off the hydraulic thing, which is over here. There we go. Whoop, one little cook spot, and then we do the cross feeds and then the pumps on, which we just did. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Steady, steady. So what's next? Cruise. 320 to 340, which we already have been doing. We'll be doing our approach soon. So for the approach checklist, check the weather and barometer. It can be on your keyboard for barometer. They will give us the barometer as we get closer. Come on now. No, get back up there. Speed brakes, it says you probably will use speed brakes in this airplane, or they imply that you will use speed brakes in this airplane. I don't have, it's on my yoke, it doesn't work, so I just flip this switch here. You flip it up and it extends. Okay, now we're sinking because I'm talking too much. Speed brake as we need. Close all the cross feeds that I just opened. turn the aux pumps off, which I just did. And then turn your oxygen off as you're about to approach. And then flaps 2 at 170 knots, which is right here. Flaps full at 150, approach at 130, touchdown between 100 and 110. I don't trust any of those numbers based on my previous test flights. Below? What? Oh, shoot. I'm really not paying attention, am I?
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet turtle soup. Tango, 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 41.
Alright, why didn't you guys say anything? Anyway, I love hand flying. This is actually fun to hand fly. It's a lot of work. There's a Mississippi, by the way, if it isn't already obvious. It is fun to hand fly this thing, but
Tango, 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 41, your tree 90 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, keep speed not above 210 knots, expect ILS runway 30 right approach via TRTL transition. Clear to TRTEL.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 30 right approach via TRTL. Transition clear to TRTL turtle soup. Tango, 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 41.
alrighty. We are going to descend to 6,000, they said. We're at 1,400 right now. Is it 6,000? Yep. So let's try the speed brake. Let's see what happens. You go here and you go down to go up. Does anything happen outside here? I don't see anything in the modeling change. I assume it's working. It must be because we're sinking like a rock. Holy cow. It must be working. Okay, let's come back down here. I don't think we need this right now. Let's retract it. Let's see if I feel anything. Oh yeah, look at our VSI. Oh yeah. So it definitely works, even though I didn't see it modeled, but it definitely works. Okay, that's what matters. Can we see anything cool over here? I don't think we see Minneapolis yet. Up so we're outside the airplane. Well, Minneapolis would be like right here. No, that's not it. Huh, weird. Whoop, we are outside. Okay. Sorry, just keeping an eye on things and concentrating. So normally you go up by Lake Minnetonka and you come in, but we're not doing that today. We're kind of taking a shortcut. There's downtown St. Paul. Looks like we're going to fly over downtown St. Paul, are we? That would make sense. Yeah. Alrighty, cool. So we're going to fly over downtown St. Paul and see downtown Minneapolis.
Contact Minneapolis, approach on 119er decimal tree. Good day.
Going to 119er decimal tree. Turtle soup. Tango, 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 41. Minneapolis approach turtle soup. Tango, 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 41 is passing 6,800 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Minneapolis, approach altimeter 30.52 radar contact, continue to TRTL.
You can see both Minneapolis and St. Paul skylines if you know where to look. I'm not going to point them off my mouse, but they're there. They're there, you can see them. You can see them sparkle because of the buildings. We gotta keep an eye on things. They wanted 6,000 feet. We're at 5,700. So let's give a little bit more throttle without speeding up. We don't want to break too many speed laws here, but we're also getting so slow. It's kind of silly. Harder to control when it gets slow. So let's keep going. You gotta climb. Gotta climb. We're too low. Climb, please. I also said that was Minneapolis, or the Mississippi River. That's the St. Croix River. And so we're over Wisconsin right now. Yeah, I know. I know. We're working on it. We're working on it. Look. Don't you see us climbing?
Climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Turtle soup. Tango, 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 41.
And here's 94. So here's Hudson, Wisconsin, right up here. This is Minnesota. This is Wisconsin. We're going to cruise back over to... Well, let's not climb any more than this. Jeez, why are we climbing so high? I bring back throttles and it just slows down. It doesn't... Whoa. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, we're going to go over Hudson. And then over St. Paul. This is the approach you normally take from Chicago if you're landing these runways. But anyway. Not too shabby for hand flying with real weather, though. I will toot my own horn a little bit. Could be better, but normally you wouldn't hand fly an entire flight with this. He was autopilot. So we're doing the best we can. Let's climb, please. Why are you still sinking on me here? There we go. What is it for flaps? 170 and 150. So yeah, we're not anywhere near flaps yet. We're going to take 94 into town, basically, here. Take a little shortcut. And then we'll see downtown St. Paul, which is right there, sparkling. And then downtown Minneapolis, which is right there, sparkling. I don't understand why this thing's acting like this. Are my speed brakes out? No. It's just being a weirdo. Okay, whatever. Let's get back down to 600, please. 6,000, I mean.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41, you are 1,000 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet, altimeter tree 0.59er.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Skywest tree 79er, 2 heavy, you are 17 miles southeast. Climb and maintain flight level 240, expect ILS runway tree 0, left approach via hasty transition. Cleared to hasty. Climb and maintain flight level 240, expect ILS runway tree 0, left approach via hasty transition, cleared to hasty. Skywest tree 79er, 2 heavy. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
So there's downtown St. Paul, and then we're going to go over downtown Holman Airfield, which I don't use that airport enough. Why don't I use downtown Holman? Oops, I'm going to drift the wrong way here. Why? Now what?
Tango 41, you are 12 miles east of Minneapolis. Contact Minneapolis Tower on 123.675 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 123.675. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Anyway, downtown Holman Airport is right there. There's downtown St. Paul. We need to use that downtown Holman Airport much more often. I don't know why I haven't been, because it's a really cool airport, and the approach is crazy next to the skyline. Anyway, we're supposed to be at 4,000 feet, and we are, so let's climb again, I guess, a little bit.
Minneapolis Tower. Turtle Soup Tango 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 4110 miles east, inbound ILS runway tree 0, right approach.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Minneapolis Tower. Altimeter tree 0.55, wind tree 09er at 9er. Cleared ILS runway tree 0, right approach.
Cleared ILS runway tree 0, right approach. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alright, I'm going to do something silly quick. I want to active pause because I totally forgot to put in my ILS frequencies because I'm used to being automatic. So let's go here like this and pull up the map, and let's pull up Minneapolis, which is here, and pull up 30 left. ILS 30 left is 110.3. Oh, it's already in here. 110.3 just transferred over. Okay. Oh, look at that. Let's transfer it to both. And there you go. Sweet. So now we just have to set it, what was it, 30 left? So let's set it for 300, even though it's not exactly 300. Let's just go like this. Boom, I think that's the right direction. And it says we're too high. I can't read that yet. So let's unactive pause. And here we go. So now we're just going to go like this until we intercept ILS. And then it says we're too high, so here we go. So let's get gear down already. Gear is down, I think. Yes, it is. And we do first set of flaps, which was on the right speed, and now it's too fast for that, but that's okay. We're basically going to follow that airplane in. Oh my gosh, the flaps are... I'm losing all control of my airplane when I did flaps. What the heck? Why can I not control my airplane now that I put out flaps? We're downtown Minneapolis now. Right next to downtown St. Paul. There's the airport. And we just need to go like this until we line up down here. Let's do second set of flaps and see if it screws me up again. Okay, now we're sinking with second set. That was weird. I mean, you're supposed to float a little bit, but that was a little bit ridiculous. We are clear, right, to land. Yeah. 30 left, which is the second one there, so we'll just go like this. This one right here, that's what we're following, is that one right there. Okay, we are way too high. It's telling us right here what to do and not paying any attention because of that. Oh my gosh, I can't even acknowledge. Full flap, approach 130, which is right there. Oh my gosh, I can't control my airplane now. Okay, can I please acknowledge my landing clearance? Please?
Clear to land runway 30 right, number 2 turtle soup.
30 right? I thought it was 30 left. I'm set up for 30 left. Anyway, says we're too high, now we're going to be about too low. That's a little bit above our approach speed of 130 that we're looking for. That's fine with me. So it said 30 right. Okay. I thought it was 30 left. Well, we're frequency for 30 left. Do they change me because of the traffic? So I guess we're going to go over to the right or else they'll yell at us. But look, I was going to do perfect ILS landing. Look, we were lined up. Oh, my glide slope was perfect. Now I got to change it. Plus it said to follow the Airbus in, which was 30 left. Whatever. Right, see? Cleared. Right, left, what? I'll have to look back in editing and see if it was right the whole time. Okay, it says we're right on glide slope. Look at that. Okay. Fine. I feel low, but I guess we're okay. So we know ILS works on the HSI, which is the lower one. I don't know why nothing's happening on the upper one. I don't care. As long as it works somewhere. It says we're too high, huh? I don't feel like we are. Going over Fort Snelling. There's downtown Minneapolis on the horizon. Yeah, at least it works on the HSI, and it has DME, looks like, too. The orange. Very cool. I'm not going to complain about that. Alrighty. Here we go. Come on down. And we're a little bit above approach speed, but that's because this is my first time doing this for realsies. Are you sure we're... Okay, now we're on glide slope. I was going to say, are you sure we're too high? Because we're going to hit those trees. So here we go. Let's come on down. Put the lines between your legs. And a little bit of flare. There's no call outs in this. This is our approach speed. Perfect. And then touchdown is 110 to 120. 100 to 120. I can't. I'm sinking. I was stalling even though we were 20 above what is said. Look at, I'm still stalling. I have no control. Well, we'll do reversers now. Okay, so we were 20 faster than it's said to be. And it stalled and I had no control. So what's up with that? And are my reversers not working? They're not working. Because, there we go. I wasn't touchdown totally. There we go. See, the reversers are lit up on the right here. We'll bring them in. Release them. Okay. Oh, I will. Don't worry. We will review that, what happened in a second here. Man, I was actually sweating a lot from that. That's kind of taking it a little bit too seriously. Man.
to 121.9 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Parking, wherever that's going to take us.
Minneapolis Ground Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taxi to parking.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 taxi to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Papa 8 Papa Golf Cross Runway 12 Left Golf Charlie 9er Cross Runway 22 Romeo Romeo 4.
Taxiing to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Papa 8 Papa Golf Cross Runway 12 Left Golf Charlie 9er Cross Runway 22 Romeo Romeo 4 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Wow, look at all that traffic coming in. Look at all that traffic. Cool. Alrighty, so, wow, this thing taxis fast with no throttle. What? Caution?
All position caution to departing Airbus A20N.
Position Turtle Soup
So,
Tango
the
Tango
checklist said, look at that Airbus taking off. The checklist says touchdown between 100 and 120. And we were at 140. And I had no control of my airplane. I was stalling. So, that was 40 knots faster than the minimum. And it stalled. So, we're just going to have to adjust those numbers. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this.
Hold position Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
We're going to go forward and probably lose our person telling us what to do because I literally don't have time. I have like 6 minutes to finish this video in real life. So we're just going to go. Alrighty, after landing, flaps up. Let's do that now. I should have done it sooner, but I panicked. Time on clock, whatever, stall warning off. That
Tango 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 41 continue taxi.
Roger Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
stall warning off way down there in the corner. And auxiliary landing lights off. I did that already, but let's turn the actual thing off now. There we go. Landing light center position, I just did. Transponder off. I guess we can do that now, even though we're still moving, I guess. There we go. And now it's just shut down, and wow. Because I have all traffic turned on. Oh, look at that, it's an A380. Because I have all traffic turned on, it's kind of giving me a frame rate issue here, but that's okay. Oh, and there's snow on the ground, just like real life. And it's sunny like real life. I told you it'd be sunny when we got here. Anyway, let's see. Wow, coming up on an hour, even after editing it down a little bit, but that's fine. Anyway, let's have some thoughts about this while we do our long taxi. So, I am very happy with this aircraft. I love it. And we even got to do an ILS approach, kind of, until I had the wrong runway. And hand flying was beautiful. Of course, on a longer flight, I'd have to definitely get autopilot working, because that was like the longest you'd want to go hand flying. It gets too exhausting otherwise. But I love it. Easy on the frame rates, easy to fly. More serious than a basic aircraft. Not as serious as study level, although I guess if you went through every single thing in the checklist and everything, I guess it is study level-ish. I guess. I don't know. It's not as complicated as a 727 or anything, but it's not as easy as a Cirrus jet either, or a Vision jet, whatever it's called. Yeah, so I love it. I'll be using this a lot because that's my guilty pleasure. Our business jets, especially old school ones, like from the 50s and 60s and early 70s, like this one was. Ooh, look at the shadow of the airplanes going over us. Yeah, very, very happy. I suggest everybody buys this. Of course, I forgot to mention that this was given to me. I got a VIP code during the early access times, but you can buy it yourself. I think at the time of this recording, it's only $30 US, and I think it's worth it. So, yeah, if you want a small business jet, especially something old school, this is it. This is it. And that's basically it. Autopilot, right? Everything else worked. Everything else worked. There's some weird, confusing things like turning off the inverter, but then the lights are illuminated and it says to make sure all the lights are out. So that's kind of a weird thing. I think that's the only weird thing, actually. I thought there was something else that was weird. I don't know. I would have already said it, so whatever. All right, let's just stop appropriately. Well, these brakes work really well. And then we will wrap this up and be done. And whoa, coming in hot. Oh boy, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to be gentle here. Trying to be gentle. And oh, were we supposed to stop already? Whatever. Parking brake is set. Shutting down. Windshield inverter off. We never turned it on. That's okay. Alrighty, let's see here. Wait, did we turn it on? I don't think we ever turned the windshield inverter on. No, we never did. Where was I? Inverter, number 1 inverter off. That'll be up 1 click, right? Nope. It was already off. Okay, number 2 off. There we go. And bus select off. That's this one. That'll make everything go out. And fuel air bleed line closed already is. Auxiliary hydraulic sheltered. I think we already took care of that. Yeah. And generators 1 through 4 off. That is a 1 spin down on the mouse wheel, actually. There you go. And engine boost pumps off. These turn off. And turn off the boost pumps and the auxiliary pumps. We were supposed to do that during approach, weren't we? Whoops, we're supposed to do not the switches, but these dials and auxiliary we were supposed to turn off during approach. But he missed it. That's fine. Oxygen is fine as well. And anti-ice off. Why would we turn the anti-ice off now? Why wouldn't we have turned it off sooner? It doesn't really matter, I guess. And there we go. And all lights off, which means all of these lights off. People can get out now. There we go. And battery off. And we are dark. Not cold and dark, but we're warm and dark. And if anybody wants a drink on the way out, they can. There we go. Have a drink on the way out. And you left your tray out, didn't you? There we go. Alrighty, whoops, how do we do this? Let's just walk out. It's kind of funny, actually. I'm really tall, so let's just do that. There we go. This would be me at 6'4". Without shoes, I'm 6'4". Trying to leave the airplane, and we'd be having some problems. So anyway, let's hop outside much faster. There we go, drone. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any flight ideas, as long as it's less than an hour and a half, I can do it. Just leave in comments below. I'm all caught up on subscriber requests at the moment. And welcome Minneapolis from Duluth. There's downtown Minneapolis there, covered in snow. There's downtown St. Paul right there. I should use downtown Holman Field soon, shouldn't I? Mississippi River, the lakes, Lake Hiawatha, and Lake Nokomis. Anyway, alrighty. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Our first real flight, our first flight for Realsies and the JetStar by Big Radials. I suggest you buy it. And I really enjoyed it. I just need to refine a few things myself. But if I were too refined, that would be boring. People do not come here for refined videos. Anyway, I could check out this airport all day because it's my home airport. Alrighty, enough from me. Like, subscribe, hit notification, yada, yada, yada. Play the algorithm game, and I'll see you next time.